It's time now for the Bear Channel 5 o'clock news and it's Sunday evening, October 18th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Good Wiggins. Your 5 o'clock news and lines here. Top story at 5 in the Sunday evening here is Donald Trump says that if he had been president in 2001, his immigration policies would have kept terrorists protected in the World Trade Center on September 11th. The chairman of the House Committee investigating the deaths of 4 Americans in Benghazi, Libya, in 2012 pushed back against claims that the probe targeted then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's handling attack was politically motivated. A sheriff's deputy was shot and killed inside a Minnesota house by a man who was suspect of a domestic-related incident on Sunday morning, and Fort Diddy said. Police are looking for a suspect who fatally shot 1 person and wounded 5 at a zombie-themed gathering in Florida and sent a crowd of more local rebels who took for cover and ran and fought the packed streets. In Jerusalem, a gunman went on a stabbing and shooting rampage to the central bus station in the southern Israeli city of Beersheba on Sunday, killing at least 1 person and wounding 8. Police said in one of the most recent events of Palestinian. New York, Brussels, the United States and the European Union both took a formal legal steps on Sunday that will lift the sanctions once Iran meets the conditions that tie to a landmark nuclear agreement with a range of world powers. And up about Croatia, the latest news as migrants fleeing war are seeking a better life make their way across Europe on tens of thousands as more than 5,000 migrants in Croatia refugee camp. Jerusalem, an Arab attacker armed with a gun and a knife opened fire in a southern Israel bus station on Sunday. Police had killed an Israeli soldier and wounded 10 people in one of the boldest attacks yet in a month-long wave of violence. The U.S. says Sanafa al-Nashir was a leading figure in the Christian group, a secretive cell of al-Qaeda operatives who U.S. officials say were sent from Pakistan to Syria to plot attacks against the West. So moving Typhoon Kupa weakened after a blown ashore with fierce winds in the northeastern Philippines on Sunday, leaving at least 2 people dead, displacing 16,000 villagers in Nakana entire provinces, officials said. A Walmart employee in Wilkes-Barre Township, Pennsylvania, a alleged shooter in Nevada, investigators still searching the motive of shooting. Governor David Ige has announced a state of emergency on homelessness and dedicated $1.3 million to build a new house in Hawaii. A 6-year-old Chicago boy fatally shot his 3-year-old brother in the head this weekend during a game of cops and robbers after he found that father's loaded gun in their home. The mother of a barefoot 2-year-old found water in Love Park in downtown Philadelphia says they're living on the street because he has nowhere to go. Deutsche Bank's AG reorganization Sunday includes some senior departures, some promotions, and a change in the company structure. Beijing, China's Premier Li Keqiang has called for a continued reform of the country's financial system, which admitted that government faces significant obstacles in achieving its economic targets. The consumer sentiment in the U.S. was able to bounce back strongly during the early part of October, suggested that economic recovery had remained in place despite a few headwinds due to weak demand globally and a strong USA dollar that had been. Vice President Joe Biden on a visit to China is among the top U.S. officials paying close attention to the company of the Asian behemoth. European and Russian space agencies are planning a series of exploration moon mission that could pave the way for a return of humans to the moon and even a permanent colony. After months of intense training and a white-knuckle trip out the ozone layer 9 times at the speed of a rifle bullet, you can bet that NASA astronauts need to make it some west. Could there be Buddhists on Mars? Extraterrestrial life form enthusiasts seem to think so when they call the rock covered seemingly depicting Buddha proof of intelligent life on a red planet. In Port Pleasant, New Jersey, breast cancer survivor Emma DeBert admits she was afraid to attend her first Making Strides Against Breast Cancer 5K walk in Point Pleasant. Sleep is important. We know that. Of course, going to know important something that is not influence us to respect eating healthy. For example, it's very important if you want to have energy and feel at ease. Most people probably do not. A Novartis AG drug use for treating leukemia may also work for patients with Parkinson's disease, judged from one small and early clinical test. And now looking at New England alerts here at 5:05. Okay, let's move on to sports where tonight the New England Patriots will be squaring off against the Indianapolis Colts tonight, 8:30 p.m. on Lucas Oil Stadium here, as this should be a good game here. Looking at other NFL scores around the league here on this Sunday evening here. Green Bay Packers leading the San Diego Chargers 7-3 with 2:03 left in the first quarter. Through one quarter, San Francisco 49ers lead the Baltimore Ravens 6-0. Carolina Panthers lead the Seattle Seahawks 7-3 with 9-18 left in the second quarter. Cincinnati Bengals beat the Buffalo Bills 34-21. Denver Broncos over the Cleveland Browns in overtime 26-23. Detroit Lions get their first win of the season by beating the Chicago Bears 37-34 in overtime. Here, Houston Texans beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 31-20. Minnesota Vikings leading the Kansas City and defeated them 16-10. Miami Dolphins over the Tennessee Titans 38-10. New York Jets over the Washington Redskins 34-20. And Pittsburgh Steelers over the Arizona Cardinals 25-13. That's all. More of that coming up on NFL Scoreboard at 7 o'clock. Here, MLS soccer scores was New York Red Bull 4, Philadelphia Union 1, and was DC United 4, Chicago Fire 0. In East Rutherford, New Jersey, Brian Fitzpatrick does in fact know how to slam with his feet. He just does not nor he means, as he particularly good at it. The Pittsburgh Steelers lost quarterback Mike Victor to injuries, but won the game with a fine defensive end and heroes when third string pass Landry Jones in Sunday's 25-13 victory over the Arizona Cardinals. Ann Arbor, Michigan interim athletic director Jim Hackett issued a public letter Sunday afternoon urging Wolverine fans to support the team after Saturday's last second loss. And the Mets and the Cubs will go out again in game number 2 at NLCS at 8:07 p.m. at Citi Field. In game number 2 with the Mets lead series 1 game and on the Cubbies. Here, Pierre telling news time now 5:07. Time now for Trevor Report here on this Sunday evening. Let's take a look at the map here, and it's Mass Piketon in the eastbound side. It is backed up from Brimfield all the way out to Charlton. Mass Piketon in the westbound side. It is backed up from 495 Westport to I-84 in Sturbridge because we got an accident on the Mass Piketon in the westbound side. In Grafton, another accident, and Mass Piketon in the westbound side of Millbury before Route 146, so expect some delays here. Route 3 in the northbound side, so from 53 in Hanover to Derby Street in Hingham, doing an accident on Route 3 in the northbound around Derby Street in Hingham here. Southfield Expressway on the northbound side, we got an accident here. In Quincy, so expect some delays here. Southfield Expressway on both ends of it, over the Dorchester stretch, and Southfield Expressway southbound side backed up from Mass Piketon all the way out to Dorchester. 93 in the northbound side, so from Mass Ave all the way at the Boston here. On the northbound side of 93 through Boston here. 93 in the southbound side, from Somerville to Boston here. Through South Station here. Mass Piketon in the eastbound side, so before Route 120 in Weston, and then hit breaks again from 93 in Boston all the way out to the Logan Airport here. 195 in the south, slow from Hudson all the way out to 290 Marlborough here. 120 in the southbound side, so from Linfield all the way up to Route 20 in Redden here. Route 2 in the eastbound side, also around Route 111 in Acton. 93 in the southbound side, so after Route 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire here. Main Turnpike in the southbound side, also around York Toll Plaza here. Otherwise, that's smooth sailing coming on this Sunday evening here. In the subway system, Bolton will be closed from the sudden end service on October 17th and 18th. Please board and exit the blue line at 6th Street during the closure. And buses will be placed in Orange Line service between Forest Hills and Rebel Station on October 17th and 18th from the start to the end of the service here. Silver Line also 5 expense and minor delays due to traffic here. Commuter Rail. Haverhill Line, train 210, 9:05 a.m. from Haverhill, delayed weekdays 15-25 minutes at end of Melbourne for Friday, October 23rd. And ferries are looking good. Fair Channel News time, 5:09 here on this Sunday evening time now for a weather report, and it felt like late fall, early winter because it was a chilly one in store here. As tonight we're going to go for mostly cloudy skies with great becoming clear skies, low around 24 degrees. Northwest around 6 to 9 miles an hour. Monday, mostly sunny skies about 49 degrees. Northwest about 6 to 8 miles an hour, becoming west of the afternoon here. Monday night, increased skies low about 35 degrees. Southwest about 7 to 10 miles an hour. Gust high is 24 miles an hour. Tuesday, both skies can have about 64 degrees. Southwest about 9 miles an hour. West gust high is 24 miles an hour. Thursday, both skies got about 46 degrees. Wednesday, parts of both skies got about 6 degrees, about 46 degrees. Thursday, parts of the podcast got about 6 up to about 42 degrees. Friday, most skies got about 55 to about 36 degrees. Saturday, most skies have about 55 to about 42 degrees. And for Sunday, parts skies got about 61 degrees. Currently in the Norton, 45 degrees with Humidity 31%, and it's clear skies. That is going to be it for the Peter Chill 5 o'clock news on this Sunday evening, October 18th, 2015. Please have a good evening and a good Friday. And I'll see you for a late night report right after Sports Ram, right after the Patriots Colts game. Have a good evening and go Patriots!